What is going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and welcome to this video lesson on groove number 3 from the 8th note pattern section of the groove library from the Zildjian drum set method. In this video, you're going to learn groove number 3 from the 8th note pattern section of the groove library. Once you get a little more familiar with it, you're then going to see some examples on how you can move that dominant hand around the kit to help shape the groove. I'm excited to get into this with all of you, so let's get started. All right, so with groove number 3, you are taking groove number 1 and you're adding an additional bass drum to the end of beat 3. Once again, your dominant hand is playing that steady 8th note pulse and your non-dominant hand is playing on the snare drum on 2 and 4. So to break this groove down, you're playing the bass drum and the ride cymbal together on beat 1. You are then playing the ride cymbal by itself on the end of beat 1. Play both of your hands on beat 2. And once again, the ride cymbal by itself on the end of beat 2. Now for 3 in the end of beat 3, you're going to play the bass drum and ride cymbal together. Finally, you have both hands on beat 4 and the ride cymbal by itself on the end of beat 4. Now to get familiar with this groove, let's take it nice and slow. Play along with me for the next 16 measures at 60 BPM. 1, 2, ready, and... All right, so now that you've had an opportunity to give this groove a shot, let's try it again. Play along with me one more time for 16 measures. This time, however, the tempo is going up to 75 BPM. 1, 2, ready, and... All right, so now that you've had that opportunity to play the dominant hand on the ride cymbal, we got to shift it over to the hi-hat. Now in this configuration, you once again are going to play along with me for the next 16 measures. We're going to up the tempo just a little bit more, however, and we're going to play at 85 BPM. 1, 2, ready, and... All right, so now that you've had the opportunity to play this groove with your dominant hand on both the ride cymbal and the hi-hat, it's time to experiment with how that dominant hand and where it's played on the drum kit to help shape the groove a little bit. Now this is the part of the lesson where you get to work on your improvisational and musicianship skills. And although I want you to be creative and come up with your own ideas, here are just a few examples to get you started. I'm going to play the groove for 24 measures at 100 BPM. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, so to recap, in this video lesson, you learned groove number 3 from the 8th note pattern section of the groove library from the Zildjian drum set method. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and either myself or someone from Zildjian will try and help out in any way that we can. And while you're here on the Zildjian Learning Zone YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell notification. That way you're notified of any additional content that gets uploaded to the channel. Finally, if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend that you check out the educational section of Zildjian's website. There you're going to find a ton of helpful content for either yourself or that drummer in your life progressing their journey. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hopefully you've gotten something from it. And until next time, see you later.